Uh-oh, we got another vacuum cleaner here. What's going on, everyone? Vacuum number 5 total is here. If you include the little dirt devil I have, the Model 103, this is the 4th upright though. So, yeah, we'll call it vacuum number 5 is here. This is a Kirby Generation 3, or G3 for short. It says Generation 3 there on the bag. This vacuum I also bought on eBay, just like all my vacuums. And as you can see by looking at it, it's in very, very good shape. Unlike the Royal over there, which needs a little TLC in some areas, this thing is in very nice shape. The bag's in excellent shape. It's nice and shiny here at the bottom. Could use a little more buffing in some areas where it's a tiny bit faded, but the seller did a really nice job of cleaning this thing up. It does have some scratches on the sides, just, you know, from normal use and stuff. But other than that, it shines. It feels, you know, very, very glass-like. You know, it's nice and smooth on the metal. Everything on this vac is original. Cord, I think the cord's in the original cord, which is in excellent shape. This outer bag, like I said, is in excellent shape. These are actually top fill bags. I didn't know that on these Kirbys. I thought they'd be bottom fill. But you can see the big giant hose that comes up from the bottom there. So they're, I guess, sort of bottom fill, but they fill the bag from the top here. And this is a cool vacuum. I've always wanted a Kirby ever since I got the Royal to kind of go with it. So let's get the Royal over here and kind of compare them a little bit. Now the first thing you'll notice is how nice and compact this Royal is compared to the Kirby. You may have seen my videos on this vacuum. This is my Royal Classic Edition from 1989. I really like this vacuum cleaner. One thing I definitely like about it over the Kirby is it's all metal. This bad boy has a 6-amp motor, wooden roller brush. It originally was metal, but it's not. Got the headlight under there. This, I learned, is actually for scent crystals, which I'm going to put some in because this vacuum does have sort of a smell to it. Does need a good polishing and at the bottom there to shine it up and get it looking nice next to the Kirby here. But I really like this vacuum. It's also nice and lightweight. So let's tip it back here, tip the handle back. You can see how compact the design is compared to this Kirby. This thing is a behemoth, I tell you. One thing Kirbys are known for, aside from being big, is how freaking heavy they are. I mean, this thing is unbelievably heavy. It must weigh 25 pounds. I swear it's got 10 pounds on that Royal, or very, very close. That Royal weighs about 15 pounds, and this thing feels so heavy to pick up compared to the Royal here, which is really a pretty easy unit to carry around. So, this Kirby has a 7-amp motor, I learned. I don't know what year it's from. I gotta find out. Like I said, the Royal's from *89. I'm gonna say, judging by the look of it, it's from sometime in the '80s. I think the G4s, which were the successor to this vacuum here, which is a G3, of course, were made sometime in the '90s. So I'm gonna say late '80s, maybe even early '90s at the latest for this thing. And it is self-propelled. I have it on right now, but if you take a look here, it says D for drive and neutral. You flick it down there, you can just push the vacuum back and forth. Flick it down to drive, then you have the self-propel on, which is controlled by the handle actually, which moves up and down a little bit as you push and pull on the vacuum. Otherwise, this thing, it's not that hard to push with it in neutral, but it's definitely much easier with the self-propel. Got the power switch right above it. Here you got your height adjustment here. Click it, click this big pedal for down, and put it up, and this little one here is down. I have it on setting number 4 for the pile of my carpet. Pretty cool vacuum for sure. This part here lifts up and shows you how to actually take the brush roll off. I know they make different sized ones for this. They make a smaller one. I think this one's 16 inches across. They make a smaller one, I think it's 13 inches, that's supposed to have better distribution of suction than this one does, but this thing has fantastic suction. And unfortunately, the headlight does not work. There is a bulb in there, I just got to get a new one for it. So it's not going to have a light to for this demonstration, but maybe I'll show that later on. So let's see how this bad boy does on the rice test. This also has a wooden roller brush. Let me flip it over real quick so you can take a look at that. It's in pretty good shape. The bristles feel pretty good. They are kind of soft like the Royal's original ones. The Royal's got nice stiff ones on it too. And yeah, these are the drive wheels, the big wheels here in the back. So let's see how it does. Another cool thing about these Kirbys real quick is they have coin holders in the handles. You drop them in the slot here if you find like a coin or something while you're vacuuming. Just drop it in there, and then to get them later, you just untwist this here and this back part comes off. Pretty interesting. Gotta love old stuff. So let's see how it does. It's nice and quiet. It's only a little bit louder than the Royal. Yep, gone. 7-amp motor, just like my Eureka ESP, and it's powerful. You can hear it agitating the carpet nicely. Now, like I said, with the self-propel, it's actually really easy to push this vacuum. One thing about rice is it goes everywhere. So, that is the Kirby G3. Tell me what you think compared to the Royal. Which one do you prefer, the Kirby or the Royal? Put them side by side again. Personally, I'm not sure which one I prefer yet. We'll have to see what time time takes us, I guess. Like I said, I'm going to get a new bulb for this Kirby. You can see the Royal has a smaller nozzle than the Kirby does, but they both have excellent suction. A little bit larger motor in the Kirby, but you can hear the agitation of the Kirby more, but the Royal's got stiffer bristles, which is interesting. So there they are, my new Kirby G3. Like it a lot so far.